Alright, I think I'm 8 minutes past anyways, so I'll just start it. For anybody who's tuned in already, I don't know. Discord voice chat is open if you are a lottery team and you want to present your team. Otherwise, I'm going to quickly recap the initial odds before we go into every pick reveal. 2024 Draft Lottery, brought to you as always by Poland Spring. Here are your odds. Charlotte Hornets with the worst record in the league having the top odds. Orlando Magic, New Orleans Pelicans, and LA Clippers had the same record in the regular season, so their odds at the number one pick are split in between them. Usually the top three would all have the same, but because of this tie, those odds need to be split that way. Also tied are the Denver Nuggets and the Philadelphia 76ers, so 11 and 12 will have split odds. One extra ball to Soda via Denver's pick. Other than that, let's get started. Fourteenth pick will go to the LA Lakers. The Lakers had the worst odds in the lottery. They will remain at number 14. They did not draw a top 4 pick during the lottery. I don't think that has ever happened in the history of the NBN, where a number 14 pick has gone to number top 4. Moving on, the number 13 pick go to Charlotte Hornets via Memphis. So far chalk. 13, Memphis had traded their first round pick and ended up with Charlotte Hornets. They had a 1% chance to get on to the number 1 pick, and it does not go for them. Move quickly along. Number 12, 12th pick, go to the Philadelphia 76ers after their loss in the play-in after beating Washington Wizards. Philadelphia 76ers will end up with the number 12 pick. The 11th pick, go to Minnesota Timberwolves via Denver. They traded their pick. Soda with 2 lottery picks. One of them still has a chance to move up. Their pick currently slotted at number 7, the 7th best odds. Soda, however, through their Denver pick, will stay at number 11. Number 10 pick, go to the Washington Wizards. Washington Wizards will stay at 10 after losing in the 9-10 matchup in the play-in. However, Philadelphia does have swap rights as a result of the Joel Embiid trade. Therefore, Philadelphia has the ability to swap up to number 10, meaning that Washington will actually end up picking at 12. Moving on to number 9. Number 9 pick to the Toronto Raptors. Raptors will pick at 9 after barely missing the play-in after a big late season push in the regular season. They'll stay at number 9. That is their own pick. They still have one currently slotted in the top 5 via Portland. That one still has the potential to move up. Toronto with 2 lottery picks this draft. Number 8 pick, go to the Miami Heat. Miami traded a lot this season, and they still have Tyler Hero on a max contract. They will probably continue that. Miami has number 8, as was originally slotted to them. Number 7, the 7th overall pick, go to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves, this is their own pick. Still have De'Aaron Fox, an all-star, and they played a lot of Ousmane Dieng towards the later half of the season for winning purposes. Now they will have 2 lottery picks, 7 and 11. The number 6 pick. Number 6 pick will go to the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks, this is their own pick. They end up with number 6. They don't move up. However, the Lakers do have swap rights, which will depend on whether New Orleans Pelicans exercise their right to take the Lakers' first-round pick in this draft, which that decision will be soon. If the Pelicans elect to take the Lakers' first-round pick, then Lakers swap rights will carry over to next year on this Atlanta pick. However, if the Pelicans do not, then the Lakers have the chance to swap up to number 6. Atlanta will end up with number 14. The 5th pick. The 5th pick will go to the Charlotte Hornets. That means that Portland's first round pick going to Toronto has jumped into the top 4. And Charlotte via Clippers has dropped out of the top 4 to number 5. That means the teams in the top 4 are Charlotte through their own first round pick, Orlando, the New Orleans Pelicans, and Toronto through Portland. The number 4 overall pick. These are the picks. The top 4 were selected in the lottery that had their combination drawn through the process. This is the first one. Number 4 overall pick goes to the Toronto Raptors via Portland's first round pick. That pick will have gone up 1 and Charlotte will have dropped down 1. So Toronto and Charlotte swapping spots here through the lottery. That means that Toronto's 2 lottery picks are number 4 and number 9. The top 3 picks will be Charlotte, Orlando, and the Pelicans. The order remains to be seen. The number 3 pick will go to the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets had the number 1 odds out of anybody to get the number 1 pick. They will drop down to number 3. This is similar to what happened a few years ago in the Banchero draft where they dropped to number 3. Out of that, they may have ended up with the best player. We'll see how Chet Holmgren's career takes out to make the final judgment on that. But Charlotte historically has done well at the number 3 spot. That means the number 1 and the number 2 are either Orlando or New Orleans. The number 2 overall pick will go to the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans will pick number 2, which means the number 1 overall pick goes to the Orlando Magic. Congrats to Orlando, because last year they fell to number 5. Depressingly, this time they will move up 1 slot to the number 1 overall in this draft, which is called the weakest since 2000. They will make a good selection, which is needed because their team is dog awful. And New Orleans will be at number 2, recovering from the terrorism inflicted on the team by the previous owner who lasted only a few months. But I have faith in their recovery with the number 2 overall pick. The final lottery order will be Orlando at number 1, the Pelicans at 2, Charlotte at 3, Toronto at 4, Charlotte at 5, Atlanta at 6, Minnesota at 7, Miami at 8. You can read the rest. I tired of that. The NBN draft will be the weekend before the NBA draft, which is currently scheduled for Wednesday, June 26th. So the NBN draft will be the weekend of the 22nd and the 23rd. As you know, the NBA has stolen the NBN's idea to split the draft into 2 rounds, so the NBA draft will now take place over 2 days, just like the NBN draft. So mark your calendars for June 22nd and June 23rd for the first and second rounds of the NBN draft, where hopefully all of these picks will not have been traded. Okay, that was a very successful draft lottery. Thanks, guys. We will get a draft spreadsheet set up hopefully soon for your reference. Until then, please continue to tune in to the rest of the NBN playoffs. Round 2 start this week, probably on Monday for those teams that are playing. Starting with the Phoenix Suns at the San Antonio Spurs, which could be the prelude to a finals appearance. Okay, thank you.